they've done things to people, like if you're visible and you're famous, that doesn't mean you're a good person. And so there's obvious villains, and then there's ones that aren't so obvious. And then there's people that have been compromised. And so if they draw you out to talk or whatever in a big way, they either use that for propaganda reasons, they use that to get people to gather, they use that to hurt people and to lure people in, and they're also wanting to undermine our freedom of speech and suppress us, and to where we are demoralized, rousted, hurt so many times in so many ways that we just simply give up or shut up. And that means you don't have the luxury of shutting up. Even though some people might seem to be down and out, and maybe down and out for the last time, God has the last word. Always. And it's scary for everybody, but these ones that have no boundaries, that go back from sci-fi horror to demonic stuff, and they don't seem to stop when you rebuke them, when you try to be Mr. Nice Guy and just live your life and hope for the best, and you stand up for what you believe in too in different ways. Silently, courageously, the way we're supposed to in the United States. They don't like it. They don't like it any which way. They want to shut you up, no matter what it is. They've had times, they've used and misused churches. They've used the tithes out of churches to enhance themselves and hide out in places. They've networked, and it's been going on silently over a long period of time. Like in the whole bunch of them, you can't trust anybody. They've eliminated, and they eliminate all the time, people to take up their likeness, to steal their identity, and they have to stand alone and not do anything wrong if they're black types. And they can only stand alone. They can't network with others because more than likely on their side, it's always bad. Always. You can't trust any of them, and it's unfortunate, but they have to think about this. If they really mean business about churches, maybe that's the way they stand up. But to stand up to that and to make churches legitimate that weren't, where you've used and abused it, or you turned a blind eye to evil doings, and they've had a long time to get situated underneath your feet, and scary monsters. It'd be a long time before you'd recover if you decide to make a stand in churches they were never supposed to touch. The things they have done across Europe, across here in Canada, is staggering. And you'd have to be on your own, but that's the way to network. It's better to network in silent if you are legitimately believing in Jesus and caring about Jesus and really mean that. It's best for you to just try to not stir up trouble and to maybe do things quietly. If you do things in a big way and make a stand for yourselves in a church, you're gonna get hurt, because they've hurt people in churches. They pretended to be victims. Some of them. Some people are so far gone, they're disembodied and down and out and hurt in other places. So they've done a number on people, and they're not going to get away with it. Just remember that always. They are not going to get away with what they have done. And that's the thing. The key to them is they're suicidal. That's how they're suicidal. Because they're not supposed to be here in this world doing these things. And they do so with monsters all around to intimidate them, direct them, cheer them on, rev them up, to do the most ridiculous things. And there's other ones that stand away from it, and they got the information they want to be comfortable somewhere, to wait and watch until, and they gamble till this is all over and we're all dead. So don't give up. Don't always believe what you see. There's complications to everything. And blacks are going to have to be on their own networking if they believe in Jesus. Otherwise, you're going to have to make a stand and mean what you say and say what you mean if you are in churches and you want them to be legitimate and you want them to be a hub in which to help other people. Just like when priests and nuns used to go out there and get clobbered everywhere, whether it's South America, India, or any other place that was foreign and exotic. They got hewn down all over the place. Missionaries, all those types of people would get killed all the time, and nobody would listen. So, don't always believe what you see. Things are very complicated, and there's threats all around, but God has the last word, and God is not over yet. They want you to think that. They can't kill him. It's ridiculous. So, God bless you. Take strength in my words. Even if you think they're kind of stupid, I'm sorry. I'm not a perfect person. I'm just who I am. I'm sorry. And God bless you and have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.